What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Pumaplow. Welcome back to another episode of the Plain and Simple Map by Stevie. Do appreciate you guys clicking on the video. How's it going? And welcome, guys, to episode 2, which is really 3, but episode 2. We're calling it 2. So since the last episode where I had the little whoopsie with the seasons mod and planting too soon, I have obviously fast timed a little bit here, so that I can actually plant my wheat now and have it germinate like it's supposed to. Because you plant too early, there's a bit of a problem there, clearly. And I changed my seeders, by the way. Or I thought I changed them, but I'm going to change them now. To where they will not purchase seed and fertilizer as they go, because I want to make all of my seed and our fertilizer eventually. So yeah, we're working on that. We're working towards that. So, yeah. So basically, it is time to get both harvesters rolling, one in field 1 and one in field 4. And just get her done, you know, get it planted, basically. And there's just that. I mean, it's a lot of planting to do. The field 1 is actually massive. It's a lot bigger than field 4, for the record. But it's all good. It's all good. So we hang on here, let's work through this. So we fertilized the fields first, then we plowed, or we were gonna plow, decided to upgrade to the plow. One of the very few mods I'm gonna put on the server, at least for now. Plowed, fertilized again, and now seeding. That gets us our 3-stage fertilization for the crop for 17, I guess we'll call it. I don't know. It'd be kind of funny to keep track of the years, just saying. But I doubt we will after the first, like, year or two. Yeah, we are playing 3-day seasons, so it's not like a year is really that much time. But, you know, it's all good in the hood, right? So here you can see us, guys. We are fertilizing, obviously using courseplay. That is what those weird lines are above the field. I don't know why I like to be able to see the lines. Maybe that bothers you guys. I'm not sure. Let me know, I guess, because I can turn them off. If you guys don't want to see him, that's fine and dandy. Just let me know. But you can see he's fertilizing the inside of the field. The seeder's doing his labradoodle around the outside. And, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So we might as well just ride with this guy for a minute here. And that is going to be some of this series, guys. There is going to be times where it is just riding with something that is running. I think it's interesting because of the fast timing. You know, this video was almost an hour, and it's about an hour and 20 minutes or so without being cut down. And I think it's really cool to fast time it. Yes, it can get a little herky-jerky and blurry at times. Like I said in the past video, I don't know if this is going to work, but I am, or like I said in last week's video, I don't know if it's going to work, but I am going to try to mess with my frame rates while I record. And so that it'll still be like a 30-frame video, because right now it's a lot more than 30 frames a second. So I don't know how that will work. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, the wrong thing to do. It's probably the wrong thing to do, but it's one of those things I kind of want to just mess with. What I'll do is I'll do a test recording, and if I like it, then I'll make it into a real recording kind of thing. So there's that. All right, so the Crone Big M that Mr. Stevie, or Big X, sorry, the Crone Big X that Mr. Stevie gave us here, with this Crone tipper, trailer, forage wagon, whatever you want to call it, behind, and the grass head. Gonna be my best friends on this map, I feel like. Honestly, this grass is not fully ready. You know, with the seasons, you have to wait so long before the grass is actually ready. But it's still giving me a decent yield, and it's something to do to kill time, honestly. Because, you know, with the courseplay planters are running, there's kind of a lot of time to kill. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I am killing time, in a sense, waiting for my my courseplay drivers to run their course. That's literally what I'm doing here. And what I'm going to be using this grass for, you will see in a minute. It's a cool part of the Stevie maps, honestly. I like it quite a bit. I do enjoy it quite a bit, so we will get to that in a minute. But yeah, other than my little whoopsie with the seasons, planting too early in episode 1, I think this whole like seasons thing is going well. I enjoy it. I like it. It's like a whole new way of playing Farm Sim, or a whole new game inside of Farm Sim, if that makes any sense at all. It's like a brand new game, but you're still playing the same game. So it's kind of a cool thing. I understand it's not for everybody. You know, maybe you guys haven't tried the Seasons mod yet or whatever, and which I know I'm a little late to the game, but I was a little nervous to get into Seasons, honestly. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't want to learn it, and then when we started playing Snetterton Farms, it's like, yes, I need to be playing Seasons. I need to do a Let's Play somewhere with Seasons. And here we go, plain and simple, you know. We're here, we're doing it, we're playing the Seasons mod, so yeah. And the cool thing is with, I'm using GPS here, obviously. I can get these kind of like different camera angles than, you know, from just behind like normal. You know, I can flip to the side, I can flip all around. It's kind of, I don't know, I was enjoying cutting this grass this particular day when I recorded this. I was having a good time with it, and yeah, so, but definitely looking forward to continuing this map as long as possible. I don't really know, and I say this with pretty much all my series, I don't really plan out like, okay, this series is going to be this many episodes, and by this episode I need to be that. No, I don't plan that out. Come on now. If you guys have ever like watched any of my videos, you know that we don't really plan things out. We just kind of play until we're done playing, then we quit playing. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. So there's that. But it is definitely a lot of fun to play this map, and like I said in the last video, I'm not going to get into animals yet on this map, or for a while on this map, simply because I want to be able to buy a lot of animals before. Well, actually, let me back that up. Let me back that up a little bit. Beep, beep, beep. Backup beeper, get it? Before buying animals, I want to have enough food for them in storage. You know, sheep, it's just grass or hay, whatever you want to call it. Probably hay, because you can't feed grass in the winter on the Seasons mod. It has to be hay. So there's that. So I'd probably do a ton of hay, which with course play, not a big deal. You know, fire up the tedder, let him rip on course play. Won't be a big deal. But or even using the follow me mod, you know, put the follow me mod behind. Oh, would that work? Hang on. You put a tractor out there on course play. This would totally work. You could actually just use the same course for all of it, but follow me would work too, I think. Put a tractor out there on course play, let's say, and then put a tractor behind it with the tedder on follow me, and then follow me that with the rake, and then follow me that with a pickup wagon. That'd work. Or just use course play for all of it, and away you go. So here's what we're going to be using the grass for, by the way, is dumping at the biogas plant for right now, because on Stevie maps you get what's called digestate. Instead of getting liquid manure from your biogas plant like you do on other maps, you get digestate. So the cool thing is the digestate you can use to make liquid fertilizer, you know, like spray, which is what we're buying this tank for, by the way, is to move our digestate and our liquid fertilizer around. But basically, guys, you get your digestate, and you can make it into liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, and diesel. Basically, think of it as biodiesel. These are all very real things that exist out there in the world, and it's really cool that it's in the map, and, you know, it's something kind of else to do, but really it's not that big of a stretch, you know, like pretty much all the Stevie maps have the biogas plant with the digestate and all that good fun stuff on it. So I'm trying to find the shop right now, by the way. It's up north on the map, if you didn't know. If you did not know, it is definitely up here, up north and a little east, I believe. Yeah, so there's that. But it is definitely cool to mess with the biogas plant, and you know, he gives you the crone with the different heads, and you can just sell the grass outright. Now, I guess you make a little money off the grass as it like chews through it, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm not doing it to make money. I'm doing it to make the liquid solid fertilizer, because you need liquid fertilizer to make seed, you see. And definitely want to be making all the seed. So I may end up putting a seed tender on this map. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Eventually, I do see myself going to the Seed Hawk seeders from the Big Bud DLC. I don't think I'll get the Big Bud tractors out of the Big Bud DLC, but I will get the Seed Hawk seeders out of the Big Bud DLC. So, I mean, never say never. I might end up with a Big Bud. You never know, but probably not. So we're going to get a load of digestate here out of this tank, which is pretty awesome because these biogas plants actually handle the material very rapidly. And on some of Stevie's newer maps, like this one and the Snetterton Farms map, for sure, there might be others, I don't know, but they actually have quote 2 biogas plants in one. Because when you noticed when I was dumping, or if you noticed while I was dumping the grass, I dumped and then I pulled up and dumped, because there's 2 sell points there. So there's actually 2 tanks for the digestate, which is kind of cool. So here's the other tank for the digestate here. It's like, okay, let's get whatever's here. I really do need to concentrate on dumping into one of them, but if you bring in a big trailer and one of them doesn't hold it all, and you're not fast timing, boom, that other one's there. You can dump right in it and you're good to go back to your field and keep working. So it's very handy having 2. I didn't actually realize that on the Snetterton Farms map. I didn't realize that until after I played this. So if you guys, I keep talking about Snetterton Farms. We're playing that Friday nights on Twitch, twitch.tv/Pumaplow. Link is in the description down below if you guys don't know about that already. And it gets uploaded, or the first 2 hours of that stream get uploaded on Monday on YouTube, noon and 2 Central. So if you guys are interested in the Snetterton Farms map, which is a fantastic map, by the way. Oh, look, my seeder ran out. So I actually need to set up courses, and I will get to this. I will definitely get to this. But I need to set up a course so that when the seeder gets empty, he will drive in the homestead and not go here, because these are the buy points. Because at this point, I don't have any seeder fertilizer actually made. When I get enough seed and fertilizer made, I will make the courses to bring the seeders in, 1 from each field, and where they will automatically fill and then go back to the field. I believe I can do that with course play. I don't see why not. It would be no different to me than, say, a pickup wagon going into your homestead, dumping and going back out. Kind of the same thing. Course play is smart, or should be smart enough to do that. But the cool thing is, it's just a quick little run in, and we're right back in the field and good to go. So that is pretty good. We're almost done planting field 4 as well. Field 4 is really not bad. Like combining, well, we'll get to that. But planting, plowing, fertilizing, not that bad. Of course, the plowing got a lot easier with the Plow. And throughout this series, I will be sprinkling in some other mods, of course, along the way. That's just kind of bound to happen. But for right now, I'm trying to keep it not as mod light as possible, but I am trying to keep it mod light. Yeah. I do want to say that, you know, in that first episode 0 video, some of you guys were saying that I definitely need to sell all the equipment and kind of downscale. But it's like, yeah, I could, but then you're talking to seed this, say with a 3 or a 6 meter seeder, you're talking probably at least 2 videos, maybe 3 videos of just seeding, you know. Or if we go with a little baby combine, you're talking 2 or 3 videos in a row of just, you know, just harvesting, because I'm only going to skip fast times. That's all I'm going to skip out of the series. If it's boring and I'm just, you know, hauling fertilizer back and forth, well, that's what you're going to see. I might set up a course for that too as well, but I don't know. Because at the biogas plant, you would actually have to back in, kind of. And yes, it can be done on course play, but you know, some of this farm I'm still going to do myself. And that's like the hauling of the stuff in and out of the biogas plant, most likely. I wouldn't mind setting up, you know, say we mow a giant field of grass and then say we harvest it with the crone with the pickup head and then run trucks or something. But the problem is I don't know how that's going to work with the bunkers here, because you can't drive over the bunkers here or drive through the bunkers, except for this one here by the cows. And actually, you know what? Never mind. Take that back. If I'm going to make a quantity of silage, which I will on this map eventually, I'm just going to use the fermenter in the homestead. I'm not going to use the bunkers and make piles. That's not happening. So chopping corn or chopping grass to make silage will work, because most of it's going to go probably right into our storage at our homestead as chaff or grass, and then we'll turn it into silage with the fermenter thing. That's another really awesome add-on to these maps here lately, is that fermenter. It takes away the need to, you know, bunker silo your chaff or grass to make silage. It's fantastic. I love it. It's so much easier. It's so much faster. It's not faster, probably. It is faster, I guess, because you don't have to, you know, get in there with the leveler and get it just right and compact it and put the tarp on, then wait. You know, you literally put grass or chaff in the one side, and then boom, you have silage coming out the other side. So at least I assume it takes chaff. I don't see why it wouldn't take chaff. I would hope. I would definitely hope so. But that'd be cool to run. You know, for that procedure, I would probably run truck in the field and run courseplay. You know, the harvester would be on courseplay, either doing corn or grass, and then running the trucks on courseplay as well. That would actually be kind of fun. Not gonna lie, that would be kind of fun. So we will have to get into that eventually, of course. And yeah, just bear with me on the courseplay, because it has been a while since I've done some of the key functions of courseplay. And I think I said it in the last video, I was having a heck of a time with my courseplay, and that's actually coming up for the next video. And half of the next video, well, like I recorded half of the next video, and then I just got so frustrated and it actually crashed my game that I just went back and put it back to the old version, and just had to delete that half hour or so I had recorded and start over. So I was just gonna farm and get back to where I was, and I'm like, you know what, let's just redo it all and be done with it. So there's that. But it's all good. It's all good. You know, games crash, computers crash. It happens. It's no big deal. I'm not too worried about it. I am having some computer problems, but I will be addressing those very, very soon. I feel like this hard drive, and I've talked about this a billion times, but I feel like the hard drive in this computer is starting to go. And so it will be replaced by an SSD. And I'll be adding a secondary SSD for my recording drive. And then I'm going to add a 6 terabyte data drive, just because I had it laying around. It was out of a different computer. It's got literally very low hours on it. It's practically a brand new drive. Same thing with the small SSD. It was in another computer, and it has very low hours on it as well. And it's practically a new drive, so it's like we might as well put it in. I did purchase a 500 gig SSD so that we could, you know, upgrade this computer to that. Very, very soon. Very soon. Before this video comes out, it should be done. And hopefully we'll be running a lot better. So there is that. But, you know, anytime you have technology, you're just bound to have some problems. That's just the way it is. And it seems like I have a lot of problems, but that's all right. It's all good. I'm staying positive and not letting it get me down or bother me too much or anything like that. So there is that. There is that. But yeah, we're just mowing like crazy. I did notice something here, guys. Okay, let me back up a little bit here. So on the seasons mod, or with the seasons mod, say you bale grass or hay. Grass is, you know, grass. Hay is if you ted it, okay? Or straw bales, I believe, as well. And they sit outside. They will rot. I think even in a shed they'll rot slowly. I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. Don't hang me in the comments, but I could be wrong on that. definitely if you leave them outside and say it rains, they will deteriorate. They will rot. I learned it while I was fast timing after this video. Spoiler, the next video is harvest. Spoiler. But while I was fast timing and it would get to midnight every day, I would lose crop in my trailer because it quote unquote rotted at the end of the day. It's like, grrr. So while fast timing, realistically at like 11 o'clock at night, I should just go in every night and dump my trailer so that I could, so I wouldn't lose what I lost. So I was talking about this in the last video, by the way. Just if you need grass, go south, guys. Go south. Go south or go west. Like, I wouldn't even worry about Field 9. I am gonna, you know, it's there. I'll cut it when I need to or when I can. But go south. This is a huge chunk of grass down here if you really look at it. And on the west side of the map, there was a decent chunk north of the biogas plant. Really around every field. There's a ton of grass on this map. There is literally a ton of grass on this map. So definitely keep that in mind. If you need grass, there is grass that you can find on this map. Very, very easy just by going south. Go south. Go south. I mean, you can see here on the ends of these fields, there's a lot of grass, which is awesome because it gives you room to turn your equipment around. You know, that's what grass is kind of for in this game in a sense. Our grasslands around your field is to help you turn your equipment around or give you room so you're not like all up in the trees trying to turn around. So I like it quite a bit. Oh boy, that was a yawn break. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. How many times did I just say I? I'm gonna say it again. I did something real dumb yesterday, kind of. I went to Walmart and I bought a 2-liter of soda and then consumed all of it last night. Some of it before it was a Friday night last night for me, by the way. It's Saturday for me in real life, but I consumed some of it before my stream and then the rest of it after. I didn't sleep a lick last night. I mean, maybe like 3 hours, which is not a lot. It was 4 o'clock in the morning last night, and I got off the computer, let's see, just after 2, and then I'm laying in bed, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I'm not tired. I was watching YouTube on my tablet, and I'm like, I'm not tired at all. So finally, I'm like, okay, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I've watched an episode, I think it was the season finale of Bering Sea Gold, like, watched I've hit the end of what I want to watch on YouTube, like, okay, let's force reboot, forced shutdown here. So I finally got a little bit of sleep, but I mean, I don't know, I was up every couple minutes, tossing and turning, and all that caffeine, just not good, guys. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend doing what I did and consuming that much soda. It's not a good thing, but it's scary to think about. I used to do that every single week. I probably consumed more than that every single Saturday back when we used to make all our videos over at the other studio, let's call it. There would be a huge soda at lunch and then a huge soda at dinner, sometimes even 2 big sodas, like dinner and then because we would stream after. Or a lot of times it would just be, hey, I'm gonna run in the grocery store or from the gas station and just buy a 2-liter and consume all of it myself. It's not good. In fact, I'm recording this the week before our 24-hour Extra Life charity stream. By the way, if you guys would like to check out Extra Life or donate to the campaign, there's a link in the description, as always, in every single video I make on YouTube. So check that out. But after the 24-hour stream, I would like to cut my caffeine consumption back dramatically, because it's getting to the point now where it's like I don't function without it, but at the same time I can drink a can of Mountain Dew right before I go to bed and it doesn't bother me. and that's not good. That's not good. So that's the end of this episode, guys. I really do appreciate you guys watching another Plains and Simple map, whatever it's called. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit that like button for more. Subscribe if you have not already done so. Let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comments below. And as always, toodles.